49.2% of the population gets their period, many of these people use menstrual products such as tampons and pads. But do we really know what these products are made of, or if they're safe? Here are the two main problems with today's feminine products. Number one is the waste that they produce. Most pads contain a substance called LDPE, which is non-biodegradable. The word biodegradable means capable of being decomposed by bacteria or other living organisms. So where does all this trash end up when we throw it away? It goes to landfills and takes thousands of years to decompose, posing a threat to the earth through global warming. The second problem with these products is women's health. Pads and tampons are made out of bleached cotton and rayon, which leads to harmful dioxins getting close to women's organs. It's clear that we need new materials to solve this problem, materials that are biodegradable and toxin-free. Here's my idea for biodegradable pads, using nature to redesign feminine products. First of all, let's learn the anatomy of a pad. There is a top sheet, which is responsible for retaining moisture and pulling liquid away from the skin, and a bottom sheet, which is responsible for keeping the liquid inside the product, so it must be waterproof. To redesign the top layer of the product, I suggest using pith as an example. Pith is the inner vascular tissue of the sunflower stem and is contained in the center of the stem. Since pith is transferring water from the roots to the leaves and petals of the flower, it needs to retain as much water as possible to supply the flower with necessary nutrients. The cells of pith have large vacuoles, which means they have space to store things, like water. To mimic the design of pith, eco-friendly cotton has to be manipulated into very thin and small structures, mimicking cells, thousands of which would be placed side by side to create one pad. Instead of the traditional sponge design, which requires rayon, this design could be made out of only eco-friendly material, creating a new type of sponge. The cell-like structures will fill up with any fluid that they come into contact with and retain it, just like pith. When thinking of natural materials to use for the bottom sheet, I thought of leaves as an obvious waterproof substance. Leaves use small bumps called papillae to slide water off of the surface, protecting the inner layer of the leaf from the penetration of water. The concept of papillae can be translated to the design of pads to create a highly water-resistant bottom sheet. Using biodegradable plastic to mimic the papillae of leaves, we can make a new bottom sheet which is both biodegradable and highly effective. The redesigning of the structures of pads using biodegradable materials will eliminate the need for harsh chemicals in menstrual products. This will make the products much safer and better for women's health. Too little attention has been paid to feminine products. Half of the world uses them, but they are still terrible for the environment. By testing out new, ecologically friendly materials, we can make a serious impact on the world and potentially improve conditions for women everywhere.